Hello everyone, this is Keyblader007 here. Today we have a high score challenge, and it's been a long ass time, and this has been an anticipated one for quite a while, the Little Mermaid High Score Challenge. Get Ariel and Flounder and Sebastian medals. This started on the 19th and ends on the 25th. You have 5 days counting today. Swim this way for the Little Mermaid High Score Challenge. This week's prizes include the Ariel and Flounder medal and the Sebastian medal, along with magic mirrors and more. You can also earn speed gems by placing in the upper ranks. Both of these medals buff your attack and can be useful for staying afloat among the competition. Heh, pun. So, these are both AoE versions of iKairi minus the healing. The only difference is Sebastian is a tier 3 for 6 gauge, and he's red just like that, and Ariel is blue and tier 4 for 3 gauge. Both do the same thing, AoE, so it's better, but it's also worse because it doesn't heal you, so if you don't need healing and you're good at one-turning, these are great. Almost everyone should be able to get at least one Sebastian medal, so this is like your free chance of getting an iKairi. The 6 gauge might seem intimidating, but if you put an SP 2 or 1 on it, it makes it only 1 or 2 gauge, which is cheaper than iKairi itself. Don't go with no cost. No cost has a 50% chance of activating. If you get a 50% chance of 6 gauge, that's bad. That's a bad... I wouldn't challenge that RNG. Yeah, basic rules as always. Use medals to high score damage multiplier, blah blah blah. Highest score you can. If you fall in battle, you won't be able to continue. The greater amount of damage you do, blah blah blah. And your score bonus medals are all WoFF medals. So this is what bugged me a little bit. That's my high score. It's not great, it's not bad, but whatever. We'll talk more about that afterwards. Will I be able to get it again right now? Maybe. Depends if everything procs. Defeat 10 or more enemies, 15 more special attacks, collect 500 or more lux, so it's the same as it always is. It's like the same kind of objectives I always kind of see. But this is what pisses me off. Even though we have Atlantica medals like Donald, Goofy, and Sora that came out, none of them mattered for this challenge, which would have fit perfectly. No, they decided to make all of the World of Final Fantasy, or WoFF for short, medals count for your only bonuses, forcing you to pull to have a friggin' chance. Sora, they made 21%, and every other one they made 14%. I had to do 15 pulls to even have a chance on this, because I guilted her, bad guilt on her, boosted, close to guilting, got 1. So, I'm using only Lightning and Tama in this build. Oh wait, no, that's a different build. Here it is. I'm only using Tama, I guess, in this build. I have a Jack and Sally with second chance. I recently made this. Jack and Sally with defense boost 3. iKairi has defense boost 3, and Marley B is my go-to. So it's only 14%, but with my shared unit from Renley, with the boosted AB3 almost at max, good job Renley, and full max out guilt, because some people have all the luck Renley, I get a nice 28%, which if everything procs and I could beat the last enemy, which I haven't been able to beat yet, but if I could, I'll get a better score. I also have another build that I tried out, and I got a decent score with. Here it is. I just passed it. This is the WoFF build. It has all the good WoFF medals I have. But I don't find it reliable until I can Chippendale everything, because they're not that strong without the Chippendales unless they already pre-boosted like this one. So we're going to go with my original style. Before I had any WoFF medals, I had 3 Jack and Sallys, and the shared WoFF from Renley, and then I got 14 mil something. So let's give this a shot. It's probably one of the shorter high score challenges, and you shouldn't really need APP too much unless your builds are really costly, because they put a ton of gauge boxes all over the place. I just swiped the first enemies because my stuff is too strong to actually do anything. I mean, to even get to it most of the time. And oh yeah, it's a portal place, so you going from one realm to the next. So someone told me that might mess up Marley B's damage multiplier with getting damage for more enemies defeated in the stage. I heard that each of these areas count as a different stage. I don't know how true that is, but it's still friggin' strong as hell AoE that could hit any color decently. So there's a gauge box. So level 100 to the first one I actually get to a Marley B attack. And as you know, with High Score Challenge, you want to do the strongest attack to finish your enemies because you get those little bonus points that just showed up right there. Itama has like the worst guilt, but it's still guilted, so it's still useful. So we'll see what happens. So I have full gauge, I don't even need the boxes, but they are there if you need them. We're in another area. As you see, the enemies keep getting stronger, just like they always like to. The level 150s, I don't think I need to do anything except this. Yeah, the next enemies is where I have to start using some other skills, though. So here, I'm not going to use iKairi, but I am going to use 2 Jack and Sally. Jack and Sally is like the original version of the WoFF medals, but better in some ways because it does bolt like WoFF Sora, but worse because it doesn't have that nice little effect where it can make every enemy, you have an advantage over their color no matter what. So the level 200s, 50s, I definitely want to use iKairi. I pretty much go with everything at this point, because their defense gets a little ridiculous. Like I said, there are gauge boxes around if you need them. So that's a 46% guild WoFF Tama, and you see it's still pretty strong. Okay, so you want to grab all the boxes before leaving the area. They usually put a nice big box with the higher enemies, so I'm not at full gauge, but I'm close. Grab that little one. And we'll go right back into it. Dry throat. So Tama downs all their defense, and it hits for super effective damage. So that's definitely useful to have. And I still got the gilded unit I haven't even touched once. So this is where I die a lot, but I've made it past them. The game begins to lag a lot around here. I might even be lagging a bit. Apologies if I am. But the game has trouble processing so many enemies on screen at once. I'm just gonna remain silent so you don't hear a chopped up version of me until they die, or if I die. Anything can happen right here. Unfortunately, attack these 3 do not proc, so we might die here. Second chance, second chance, second chance. Yes. Luck be a lady tonight, folks. Okay, now our game should be a little more stable. We'll grab the super boxes in front of us, get back to full gauge. And this is where it gets scary as hell, folks. Look at that. The Black Hawk down copter fleet just waiting for you. And that's called the Black Copter fleet. It's gonna get laggy. Never been able to beat these guys because second chance never procs. But I do use Nova here. I believe these are the last enemies, so if you can get past it, you just have to fight an egg. My only hope for survival... Oh wow, I beat my record. It's a second chance box right now. Nope, but we beat my old score by just a little bit. So, not bad. Beat my old score just a smidgen, and that's only with 2 WoFF medals. And I was using more when I got that score. So yeah, I'm gonna stick to this build for a little bit. Hopefully something procs for me. Oh yeah, I forgot about that raid boss. So the rewards are like this. If you get 100,000, you get a single mirror. 250,000, you get 3 Chippendale 5 stars. 500,000, you get a single Sid. 1 million, you get 2 mirrors. 2,500,000, you get your first Sebastian, which is where you want to aim at least, at minimum, to have a bootleg iKairi and a Huey Dewey Louie. You get to 5 million, you get a 6-star Chippendale. 7,500,000, you get another Sebastian and 2 Huey Dewey Louies. You get to 10 mil, you get another Sebastian and Huey Dewey Louie times 2. You get to 15 mil, you get 5 magic mirrors, which is nice, and what I'm trying to get to is the 20 mil, get my last Sebastian and 2 Huey Dewey Louies, and if you miraculously get to 25 million, the highest reward is 2 Ariel Flounder tier 4s. Now to guilt these, you need to also do good in rankings. My ranking is a little shit right now. Here are the rank rewards. In this area, 1 mirror. In this area, 1 mirror, 2 Chippendale 5 stars. In this area, 1 Sebastian, mirror, 2 Chippendale 5 stars. And then you upgrade. I wish it actually had bold because I could actually use more of these right now. You get 2 6-star, a mirror, and a Sebastian. And it doesn't have dots yet, but in this area, you get your first Ariel. So if you can get even 5,000 place, you'll get your own Ariel. And you'll get a 1-dotted Sebastian and your first speed gem. Chippendale number doesn't change until the top, so I'm just going to continue going. From here to here, all that changes is more dots, some dots, 2 speed gems, and where I'm aiming at is 4-dotted Ariel Flounder, 2 3-dotted Sebastian medals, so they can guilt instantly like that, and if you have the other ones, you get 4 rerolls. 3 magic mirrors, 3 speed gems, and 3 of each Chippendale. So, that's the high score challenge, guys. Best luck. It's difficult, but if you get some WoFF medals, you might be able to pull it off. Later, guys.